powerful people. This is Velvet Tea with RSP. Now, this is another one of those impromptu videos, so please bear with me. I just happened to see this and thought I would throw a video together about it real quick. Basically, as I said in the other video about the time that we're in that deals with the deception and the lies and stuff like that, we have one really big lie that started a while ago, but I just saw this video, so I thought I'd share it with you so you know what I mean by the deceptions that are going out. So basically, this is an article that came out way back in 2011 that talks about how the NFL affects the U.S. economy. And most people don't realize it's not just the players and the owners of the NFL. There's a lot of other groups and organizations that are affected every time something happens with, a major part of our economy, and sports happens to be one of those major sections. So what happened was I ran across this YouTube video, and these are some of the comments that were on here. People saying they're getting what they deserve, disrespect for the flag, we the people will not support you. They're going on and on about boycotting and screw the NFL, they're racist, and football's dead. It goes on. I mean, this goes on forever. Now, here's the part that makes this astoundingly stupid on their part. The fact that these guys do not realize that for all the bitching and complaining, so to speak, they're hurting themselves. So I'm going to scroll down in this article so you can see just how much they're losing amongst their own people. Not the NFL's losing money too, true. But listen to parts in this article where the people who have businesses in areas that support NFL sports, like, places where I think they're like the Cleveland Browns or something. I don't really keep up with those sports, but anyway. Okay, so here's one small section where a lady named Alice Burns, who's an assistant manager and a bartender at a sports bar, is talking about how game days affect their business. And this notice was way back in 2011 when things were still at least somewhat normal. And she says that last season we opened at 7 a.m. and we're completely packed by 9 or 10. She says it's pretty slow in the summertime. Game day sales keep us going all year, she said. If we keep scrolling down, we find that they double their staff whenever there's a game. And this isn't even a big team. They're talking about just the Browns. That they brought $7.9 million to Cleveland, $63 million in a year. They typically, every game day, they typically have around 100 fans that come to the actual game, so they make money off of the concessions. And they typically hire somewhere around 4,000 people on NFL Sundays, part-timers. And let's see, this just the payroll for staffing the 6 stadiums is over $24 million. And let's see, they take home about $150 per game. That's just on their tips and commissions. Yeah, and they hire 30,000 seasonal workers. Now that's just for one, and I'm not saying the Browns are a small team, but if you compare what they're making off the Browns in comparison to let's say the Cowboys or Redskins, I don't know, big name, the teams everyone knows, the Steelers and whatnot, you can almost double or triple those figures. And the people who are making the money, these are not the players. Yes, players make money, but you have to understand that, the player might make a few million, but by the time he covers his medical bills and he only plays for a few years, most of the players do not retire rich, okay? This isn't like a career that takes you for the next 60 years. They only have maybe 3 to 5 good years to play unless they're really, really good and they don't get hurt. So while these people are protesting thinking that they're coming against a perceived enemy. They have not only hurt themselves and their cities by cutting off all this money, but the sad thing is, without even realizing it, they're being deceived into idolizing an object which is completely opposite of what even their God tells them. They have made the flag their God. And I know they're not doing it on purpose, but this is what I mean by this is how deceit works. It gets your mind on one thing where you're thinking, yeah, I'm going to really, I'm going to get these guys, they're my enemy. And at the end of the day, you're only hurting yourself. So I thought I would give that small update. I'll try to do occasional updates whenever I see things like this, just so that as we're looking on the horizon, we can see how prophecy is unfolding. These people are, sadly, without meaning to, they're hurting themselves. And in the long run, this is going to have a huge impact on an economy that's already failing, so they're just rushing towards their economic demise, and they're doing so without even realizing it. They think they're making a point, and the only point that they're really going to make at the end of the day is that they were too stupid to see it coming, I guess. Well, that's all for this very short excerpt, just letting you give an update on what's going on in our world today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. And remember, in all that getting, get understanding, and remember to seek truth.